Here we've got a graph of some cost curves and we've got numbers attached. We want to answer some questions about how the firm will behave in different situations. The first situation here is that we have a price of 35. So let's find price of 35 on our graph. That's here. What I'm going to do, always want to produce as long as my revenue is bigger than my cost, right? So we're coming across here at 35 all the way till we get to our marginal cost curve. And then this is the profit maximizing quantity here, where price is equal to marginal cost. I'm going to stop here at 23 units. So any price, you're going to come across till you hit the marginal cost curve, and then you're going to stop. How much profit will the firm earn if the price is 35? I want to remind you that we have this equation here for profit. Profit is equal to price minus average total cost times quantity. This is rearranged a little bit from our profit equals total revenue minus total cost formula, but it is the same formula, just rearranged. This formula is useful when you have the graph problems, right? Because we don't have total cost on our graph, but we do have average total cost on our graph. So here, all I need to do is plug in price. That's given in the problem, that's 35, minus average total cost times quantity. Quantity is 23. So all we have to do now is to find our average total cost at the quantity of 23. And you always want to think about finding average total cost at a particular quantity because that's how this line works. It tells you different costs depending on the quantity produced. So you're going to come up from a quantity of 23 till you hit your average total cost curve. And that's going to tell you what your average total cost is at a quantity of 23. My average total cost is 26. If you plug that into your calculator, you're going to see that your profit here is $207. And on the graph, we can actually shade the area of profits, price, minus average total cost, that's this distance here, right? Times quantity, that's this distance here. And when I multiply them, I get this rectangle. That's profits. The area of that rectangle is $207, and that's how much profit the firm will earn in this situation. The great thing about these graphs is that we can answer now, how will the firm behave? Will it shut down? How much will it produce? How much profit will it earn? For any price in the market. We have all the information here to tell us how the firm behaves at any market price. So now we're going to look at a different price. Say the price is 13. And I'm going to go down here to the second graph here so I can keep everything straight. And if the price is 13, how much will the firm produce? So again, I'm going to just find 13 on my graph. I'm going to come over to my marginal cost curve. Produce as long as price is greater than marginal cost. So my profit maximizing quantity is 15. Okay. This is how we maximize profits. Given the price of 13, that's the quantity that's going to give the firm the highest amount of profit. So how much profit will they earn at a price of 13? Well, again, we're going to do price minus average total cost times quantity. All we've got to do to fill this equation in is to find our average total cost. Remember, we want to come up from a quantity of 15 to the average total cost curve. Here, my average total cost is 26. That is just a coincidence that it's the same in both of these examples. It's not really a coincidence. It's just that these graphs are really hard to draw, and I try not to put like too many lines on them. But again, it's not always going to be 26. You'll find that by coming up from your quantity to your average total cost curve. Now, if we plug that into the calculator, we're going to get a profit of negative 195. Well, that's not good, right? Your price is less than your average total cost, so you're going to be earning negative profit. Yeah, 13 minus 26, that's negative. And here, we can label that area on the graph. You can either label this profits or you can label this losses because it's negative. Now, why is the firm here continuing to operate or produce a quantity of 15 even though they're losing money? That's because at a price of 13, we're still above our average variable cost curve, so the firm will continue to operate in the short run. Next question. Below what price would profits be negative? Well, we know this point here where average total cost intersects marginal cost, that's where profits are equal to 0. Any price below $25 is where profits would be negative. Remember, there are two kind of important intersection points on this graph. One where marginal cost intersects average total cost, the other where marginal cost intersects average variable cost. And that's actually our next question, which is below what price would the firm shut down in the short run? So for short run shutdown, we want to pay attention here to average variable cost. For any price less than our minimum average variable cost, that's $10, then the firm is going to produce a quantity of 0 in the short run.